Do you know the story of Micheal Jackson? Do you know the story of Micheal Jackson, the child who became the most famous entertainer on earth, and the man who never truly escaped his childhood? His life began in a small house in Gary, Indiana, crowded with noise, ambition, and discipline that left no room for softness. Micheal was born in 1958, the eighth of 9 children. His father, Joseph Jackson, believed talent was a way out of poverty, and he believed fear was a tool. Rehearsals were relentless, mistakes were punished, childhood was postponed. But Micheal had something rare. When he sang, people stopped breathing. By the age of 5, he was already the center of the Jackson 5. By 11, he was performing in sold-out arenas. Adults cheered, cameras flashed, and somewhere inside the applause, a child learned that love was conditional and silence was safer. Fame came fast, freedom did not. Micheal grew up on stages and in hotel rooms, never attending a normal school, never forming ordinary friendships. His brothers grew older. Micheal stayed small, his voice high, his body slight, his innocence preserved and exposed at the same time. When his voice changed, many expected his career to end. Instead, it exploded. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Micheal reinvented pop music. Off the Wall made him a star. Thriller made him a phenomenon. He danced like no one before him. He sang with precision and pain. He turned music videos into events and albums into eras. He became the most famous human being on the planet. And that level of fame came with a price. Every move was watched, every change was questioned. His appearance shifted. Lighter skin from vitiligo, surgeries that became headlines instead of private struggles. The world speculated, joked, mocked, then obsessed. Micheal retreated inward. He built Neverland Ranch, a place filled with rides, animals, and games, less a mansion than a memory recreated. He said it was for children who had suffered. Others said it was for the childhood he never had. And this is where the story darkened. In the 1990s and 2000s, Micheal faced serious allegations of child abuse. He denied them completely. Investigations followed, trials came. One ended in a settlement without admission of guilt, another ended in full acquittal. But the damage was permanent. The media tried him daily, public opinion fractured. His image became a battleground. Micheal withdrew further, physically fragile, emotionally isolated, surrounded by lawyers, advisors, doctors, and yes-men. Trust became difficult. Loneliness became constant. Despite this, he never stopped chasing perfection. By 2009, he was preparing for a massive comeback tour. This is it. 50 shows, a final statement. Proof he was still Micheal Jackson. But his body was failing. To manage pain and insomnia, Micheal relied heavily on doctors, especially Dr. Conrad Murray, who administered powerful medications in his home. What was meant to help him rest became fatal. On June 25, 2009, Micheal Jackson was found unresponsive. He was 50 years old. His death was ruled a homicide caused by acute propofol intoxication. Dr. Murray was later convicted of involuntary manslaughter. The world stopped. Fans cried in streets. Tributes flooded every city. And once again, Micheal became larger in death than he had been in life. Afterward, the arguments continued. Was he a victim? A misunderstood genius? A man failed by everyone around him? His children, Prince, Paris, and Blanket, were left to grow up without him, inheriting both his legacy and the weight of his name. Micheal Jackson remains unresolved. He was a child star who never stopped being a child, a global icon who lived in isolation, a man adored by millions and protected by almost no one. And perhaps the greatest tragedy is this. Micheal Jackson gave the world joy, rhythm, and wonder, but the world never learned how to give him peace. Because when fame replaces childhood and perfection replaces rest, even the king of pop can fall silent. And when he did, the music stopped, but the questions never did.